Welcome to the 30th day of December 2022. Proverbs 11:30 as well. Remind me of the World Trade Center handling every bit of the global success. That is to say, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wiser. So I encourage you that the Atom Policy Station does the same. Zechariah 4 and 6, you had them together, you mark 10 months since March. First Tuesday, when God had actually been to work miracles. This is the words of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts. Knowing God is Osin, Ilea, at a region, at Aton, and at Ivo in the east. That Zerubbabel and King David, Isaiah and King Assyria had a foundation stone at Adonai. And why this foundation stone are of the lamp? God is a host, yet makes us to also look straight into 1 Corinthians 9:27. And that says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjections, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So definitely, the ministering spirit in Hebrews 1 down 13 and 14 talks about how we can create the heirs of salvation, which actually are as such foundation stone, called Ilea, from today and tomorrow. The foundation of such travelings by majority to that aspect of Ijebode actually had given us a government reserve area for winning souls, and that is the purpose of the federal government of the universe, to bring people back on their knees to God. Definitely, from the 27th and 28th of every annual December, a 4 to 5 days before the end of the year, actually contributes to the formations of the United World Government, called the Corporate Affairs Commission. There's some money that ain't been spent in that, or are prepared in that. It goes for commissioning for the corporate affairs, and they could use that to subsidize for moving vehicles at regions of a not too young to run affairs. Shall be, although these 4 and 5 days should be estimated as next year, but they are in this year, 2022, and are budgeted for. But according to the rules and rug of the old corporate affair and the one we have now, swallow the previous one, are not different from the staffs of Moses that swallowed that of the magicians here in Egypt, in the palace of the king. But it is undeniable of these 4 and 5 days as part of the previous year, which is 2022, in 2023. An estimation of 4 to 5 trillion gold is gathered across the planet, and from it, something is going on here in Abuja. And it is not handled very carefully, turns into a destructive gangs towards the Rolls Royce. Yet, just as we had midterm elections at the first few days of November 2022, downstream also we had Humura at the first few days of December 2022. These are things you should note while you are having your exams at the semester 1 and 2. There are certain events that you must take proper note of. Better still, knowing carefully that God is host and feeding the poor, getting shelter at Jeremiah 41 verses 14, code of conduct is very necessary. Also letting them know that that area of the Spirit of God, but not by might, should be very easy, calling people gradually. This year, whatever success that we could make, we shall make it. And whatever supports we should give, we shall grant them. Or I will do better. And knowing fully well that is all about the ministry spirits and not technicians who are hanging on the mayday or in your eardrum talking as demons and all these things. We cited where they were. They call themselves sightings. Only God knows the kind of trap they had fell into. So therefore, let me quickly give you this opportunity. This is a meditation unto God. Pele is passed away. Such great people, we could have appelled some people and call them and say thank you. Emeritus is passed on. It's better. The God geek is ever put it through, and they are both silly, very wrong things across the world, not focusing on the foundational stone of the Lamb of God, who is blessed along with the Lamb, with the Lord rather, gives us those attribution that gather with it. Don't forget, yesterday I talked about Simeon and how he was a man waiting upon the Lord for a long time. So a lot of people actually waiting upon this way, this day that I should pronounce all of this. Like all godly Jewish parents, Joseph and Mary raised the child Jesus in reverence and wisdom of the Lord. Joseph was given a unique task as the guardian and protector of Mary and of Jesus. What we learn from the examples and within or witness of Jesus. Joseph, of course, Joseph is a prophet, yes. He's a man of God, a man of unquestioning obedience and willing service. He is a man of prayer and a man of God's words. Through faith, he recognized the hand of God in the mystery of the rebirth of the world under God, which is in God we trust. The Son of God taking on flesh as the Son of the Virgin Mary. Until next year, the corporate commission of fear had been renewed. It's a big body that swallows up whatever the hell it was. Just like ECOWAS swallows the economic commerce of West Africa, the economic commerce of what? Atlas states swallow that. EFCC swallows EFCC. And this is why some everlasting gospel got to swallow another everlasting gospel. It's about Joseph as a prophet, Mary as a prophetess, both come together and they produce a king. And this rare body, what we celebrate at this season, making us all to know that the atom policy station is a sure way and a narrow gates into heaven on earth. And everybody on earth must pass through this. I'm still wishing you more good success in academy. And remember to find a Bible-based organization and be with them. God will continue to give you wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Until next year.